If someone becomes a guru in this world, that alone should make you nervous. I don't like meditation, I like prayer. I don't like an empty mind. I like a mind that's filled with what should be filling it. To me, vessels that are emptied can be filled by something else. Now, I know that sounds wild, but there was something online. I will say it again. I don't even know if it's a joke. But that people who started to get really good at meditation developed insomnia and could not sleep anymore. Now, again, I guess I really shouldn't even have brought it up because I don't even remember if it's real or not. It's prayer. It's not empty mind vessels walking around. Like, it's not, there's something about it that bothers me. When you got people that are sitting there, they're like, oh yeah, I'm in control of my chakras. You can feel the energy and I don't have to eat. I don't drink water. I just do this and it feeds. I'm like, wow. I don't like those meditations. I don't like those chants. I don't like emptying my mind. I don't like it. I don't like it. Replacing your mind from the usual hell with what is life-giving and energizing and what you know you need to have in your brain, as opposed to just turning them off. And look, we've all talked about turning off that and just running with a feeling. Not a feeling, but something else. Something else. If it's not in English, there's something else. What am I supposed to know? But the prayer is what? Just trying to find faith. Just like everybody. I guess if it's a raw and not refined, you can feel it. And I don't like separating yourself or eliminating oneself and even no desires. Listen, if any of this stuff was real, why don't they get those big flying frickin' spaceship temples out again, or they start ascending to heaven? But it bugs me when people suggest, let go of yourself, just like be your part of the universe or something. I'm like, wait, hold on a second here. You tell me the reason of my singular existence is just so that I could dissipate into some Final Fantasy? That's how it is, really? Oh yeah, that's how it is, actually. Really? Stuff like that bugs me. That bugs me. Or if they say, yeah, you gotta think about this for 20, 30 years sometimes. How to control your energy levels and unlock make sure you give it a tune-up and a lubrication on your chakras. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh man, what? No. Who has time for that? That's what we're on this life. Did you guys know that that's what life was for? You didn't know it was for that? Originally, the tablets were written. Thou shalt meditate and clear the mind and chant, blue gods until you don't have to eat anymore or sleep. That's a hard pill for me to swallow. Is that a hard pill for anyone else to swallow? Do I have to put up a poll? There's something about it. The big gurus are always, I don't know, they're always rich. That's okay. Is it though? And I am ignorant in the folklore and the mythology, unfortunately, of a lot of these fine religions and places where, at least according to some of the whatever they're called, the death toll in some of the wars was the billions. I'm sure people remember that one. Is that pre-Adamite? What does that even mean? Then again, is that the right question? Or is the right question at all times? It's not even best life. What's that supposed to mean? There's no answer for that. It's something else. God's will. It's something else. I just like to throw those ideas around sometimes because we've all dealt with a lot of chaos. Some of us, there are those among us who have dealt with a place of pure chaos. Almost like Dr. Peter Weir from Event Horizon. It wasn't the place of evil, but it was a place, and sometimes can be a place of pure chaos. Need more chocolates, one too. Well, you try different things. Anyone do yoga and meditate? Even transcendental meditation. Mahatma. This guy have his own island or something. He was in a palace, he's having the Beatles over. You wouldn't believe the guy that has the best technique. Yeah, he's just the guy who has his own whatever the hell compound in India. He's teaching the Beatles how to do this, and I'll teach you too. That's reason alone. That's reason enough, horse. For real, straight up. That's reason enough for me. Exorcists don't recommend it. Oh, it's so good that you're remembering these things. I remember less than anything. That's okay. Sometimes you're there for a bit. I think the demons inside of my CPU and motherboard are starting to get old. I think that they've been outliving everything. Meditation in the Eastern context is just worshiping death. God help us. Sounds about right to me. You cannot amplify what is really missing from this world simply by clearing your mind. It's not that easy, okay? It's actually not that easy just to clear your mind. I think those should be considered. I consider them. We are gay. Wow, that's silly as hell. So, I would say you're right about that, Willie. Though I am an ignorant man, that's okay. There's just something I don't like it. It bothers me. Treating your body, treating your life like you're meant to sit there inside of your body and worry about your chakras and chi breathing, and that seems crazy to me. And look, who knows if it is even that? What does it even mean? It's very hard to define. I just don't believe it. Look, when you're sleeping, your mind is emptied, right? How could it possibly be a natural state of man to spend waking hours with an emptied mind? That seems crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem right. It seems messed. It seems like double prison, Inception or something. And you hear it all. Jesus Christ, he was meditating all the time, and he said meditating. I think he said prayer and fasting is what he said. And he didn't go out to the desert to meditate. He went out there to pray. And they'll say, he was in India all this time, learning to meditate and doing the chakras. And what the fuck is that sound? And when you learn enough chakras, you see you can levitate and you can walk on water. Oh, yeah, I've never heard those sounds before. Yeah, well, that's what happens. Or if you're in the pyramid at Alexandria, and then all of a sudden you can create fish and do all these things. That to me sounds crazy. Then again, the Gospels in that life is just as pre-Genesis is. I don't know about the books that are removed and all that junk. I don't know. Take Barnabas. I have no idea. I'm reading Lucifer. I have no idea. Are there any Gospels that were stripped out of there that had to do with Jesus Christ's life? I don't think so. I don't associate Jesus Christ with meditation, but prayer. Is it translated as meditation? We're going to have to pick up Strong's Concordance. That's the thing. Stillness is not emptiness. There we go. I like that. Geneva Bible? I don't know, though. You got to send one to me. That's the only sure bet. My mind is sweetened with the Holy Spirit. No, but I believe he was referring to prayer and fasting and, oh my God, abstinence? Any sex scenes in the Bible? So you can assume that he was going through a period of abstinence also. And they'll say, yeah, he was doing Kundalini. He's in a pyramid meditating. He's beating off like this. Oh God, there's the semen fluid going up and down a back. I'm like, God, get out of my face with that stuff. That's just how, I don't know. I feel it makes me feel a certain way. There's something, it bothers me deeply. It bothers me very deeply. Maybe it means I'm gay. I don't know. God. Still, what I say still applies. Perhaps a mind should be turbulent with prayer. I don't know. That's all. I just want to put that forth. Is it supposed to be, well, there's a stillness. I mean, there's peace. But real peace, it requires real work. Semen retention. Remember Moses? I gotta turn that. Remember Moses? Or was it Noah? One of them. He was retaining his semen for 500 years. Can you imagine that? I like that, Don. I like that a lot. Praying earnestly is all that matters. Praying earnestly in truth and spirit. It takes mystical thinking in order to do the work. So many people put so much pomp and pretension on it. Yeah. In truth and spirit and earnestly. Those are, what does it all mean? Discipline, you say? Sure. Look, I don't have all the answers. When I think of the chaos or the turbulence sometimes, I'm like, wow. Nope. They have to be filled with turbulence, storms, insanities.